Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this YouTube channel. Today I will discuss a very important and accurate technique of prediction. So what do we understand by prediction? Predictive astrology means we will look into some combinations, we will look into some kind of planetary positions, we will discuss some nakshatra, and based on that positions and combinations and different kinds of constellation means we can say that it is a group of stars making some kind of pattern. So in this Navatara Paddhati, Navatara means here, Nava means here 9, Tara means it is the star. So here we will categorize the different stars that are used in the Vedic astrology into 9 different groups. We will see which star will give you a better result, which star will give you a worst result. So in some cases, when a planet transit into a definite kind of star, we will discuss in this method that will give you the worst result, some kind of obstacle, some kind of hindrance. In this video, we will understand about the Navatara Paddhati or 9-star method. Now, let us first understand what is the Navatara Paddhati. So, this is a fundamental predictive technique used in the Vedic astrology. So, here literally means it is the 9-star system. So, we will categorize the different stars. We have 27 different kind of stars in Vedic astrology. We use this star for prediction. So future prediction or past life prediction, some kind of electional astrology or some kind of horary astrology, we will use this kind of stars. So we have 27 total stars starting from Ashwini Nakshatra and up to here. Nakshatra means star. We are starting from Ashwini Nakshatra and we will end by Revati Nakshatra. So this method gives the auspiciousness or inauspiciousness of a planetary period or dasa or transit or event relative to an individual's birth chart. Okay, so based on your birth chart you can predict the future. So what will be your, suppose, Mars period, Mars dasa, Mars period. Mars sometimes period is called as the bhukti. Okay, in South India it is called as the bhukti. So dasa means it is the major period, and antardasa mean or antara also it is called as the antardasa, it is called the sub period. And then we have the pratyantara dasa. So this is the sub period. This is the main period, this is the sub period, and we have the sub period. So which period, how the planet will give you the result, okay, that we will discuss here. So what is the significance? So let us first of all understand the significance. It helps in understanding the inherent nature and impact of different astrological periods. So first of all, let me explain you a basic concept. Suppose we have Earth here. This is the suppose Earth denoted by E. Suppose we have Moon here. So this is the suppose Moon. Moon is revolving around the Earth like this. So if we see at the Moon from the Earth, then in the background at a distant place there will be some kind of nakshatra constellation. Okay, these constellations are named with different names in Vedic astrology. These nakshatra or these 27 different types of constellations are considered as a nakshatra. Here this word nakshatra means it is a group of stars, or we can say as it is a constellation. Constellation means it is a group of stars with a definite pattern that does not change over time. Okay, so from the Vedic period as well, we have been discussing or we have been practicing this method to predict the future, how or what will happen to the, suppose, a kingdom or a state or some person's life. Okay, so let me rub out this part. So this is crucial for the muhurta or electional astrology. Sometimes we need some specific auspicious time for some specific events. Sometimes we use this method for Prashna Kundali or a horary method. Okay, these predictions are based on the relationship of current planetary positions and the Birth Nakshatra. So what is the Birth Nakshatra? When we say this word Birth Nakshatra means at the time of a person's birth, if the moon, let me draw it again. Suppose this is the moon, this is the earth, and from here if we see the moon will revolve like this around the earth. And if we look at the moon, in the background whatever will be the constellation, Okay, at the time of birth, suppose a person born on 1991 December 5th. Okay, so at that time the moon was taking the constellation, or in other words we can say that at the time of the birth of a child, if in the background we have a Mula Nakshatra. Mula means it is a nakshatra constellation. Okay, it is not a single nakshatra. We have nakshatra constellation. I am repeating again and again. Sometimes people confused about this. Whenever we say a nakshatra, it is a group of stars in Vedic astrology. Okay, this is nothing but a constellation of different stars. Okay, now at the time of birth, whatever be the nakshatra constellation behind the moon, from the earth, if we are looking at the moon, behind the moon, whatever be the constellation present, that is called as the birth nakshatra or birth star. Okay, or sometimes we call it as the Janma Nakshatra. Okay, this is very important in this method. We have to learn that first. So, what is the basis of nakshatra? Nakshatra means it is the lunar mansions. Okay, so the entire Navatara system is based on 27 nakshatra. I will mention the names as well. So, the birth star or the birth nakshatra or the Janma Nakshatra, these terms are similar. Okay, they represents the same thing. Janma Nakshatra means at the time of birth, the nakshatra in which the moon was placed or in which the moon was transiting through the sky, that is called as the birth star or birth nakshatra or Janma Nakshatra. Okay, so now on we will use the Janma Nakshatra term. Janma Nakshatra term means the moon Janma Nakshatra. Okay, so in Vedic astrology we use moon as a prime or maximum impact having planet. Okay, though it is a sub planet or though it is a satellite, we consider it as a planet. And in Vedic astrology we also consider the sun, that is a star, so we will consider it to behave like a planet. We will call it a planet. Okay, or we can say that this impact of the sun also is similar to the suppose planet Mercury, Venus, Saturn, or all other planet. So we have 27 nakshatra. We have 3 cycle because we have a 9 star system or Navatara Paddhati. So from 1 to 9 we have different grouping, okay, or different names of the stars serially. Therefore 27 divided by 9 is equal to 3. So we will be having 3 cycles. In the first cycle we will be having the nakshatra from Janma Nakshatra. We have to count from 1 to up to 9th. Janma Nakshatra will be the first nakshatra, then whatever comes next in the queue will be the second, and then third, then fourth, up to 9. And after 9 again the nakshatra classification will restart. Okay, so you will understand after some time. The 9 Tara means here stars, the 9 different stars. What is the significance of, or what is the categorization, or what is the speciality about these stars? So Janma star, we have Janma Tara or Janma Nakshatra, we have already understood that this is the birth star. So what is the meaning birth star? Birth star means it is the moon star at the time of birth. Okay, now if we consider the birth star to be the first, then the 10th star from that in the sequence, that will be also called as the Janma Tara or birth star. The 19th also will be called as the Janma Nakshatra. So now let me read out the names. So starting from Ashwini up to Revati, so these are called as the different 27 stars. So let me read out the names. Okay, so first we have Ashwini, secondly Varani, and similarly in this queue we have Kritika, Rohini, Mrigasira, Ardra, Punarbasu, then we have Pusya, Aslekha, Magha, Purva Falguni, Uttara Falguni, Hasta, Chitra, Swati, Bisakha, Anuradha, Jastha, Mula, then we have Purvasara, Uttarsara, Shravana, Dhanista, Satabisa, Purva Bhadrapad, Uttara Bhadrapad, Revati. So Revati is the 27 nakshatra for suppose Ashwini nakshatra as a Janma star. So what will happen if we consider a star, or if we have a Janma Tara or Janma nakshatra at the time of birth is suppose we have a Purvasara. Purvasara, for the Purvasara nakshatra, what will happen? For the Purvasara nakshatra, the Janma star or Janma nakshatra will be the Purvasara nakshatra. Again we have said that the 10th nakshatra also will be the Janma Nakshatra, or 19th also will be the Janma Nakshatra. So what are the Janma Nakshatra for Purvasara? Then we have, suppose first one is the Purvasara, this is the Janma star. Then we have the 10th one is the Bharani Nakshatra. Next we have the 19th number is the Purva Falguni Nakshatra. These all three stars are governed by, or it is led by, the planet Venus. Bharani, then we have Purva Falguni. These are the three Janma Nakshatra for the Purvasara Nakshatra born child. Okay, so in this way, what is the significance now? So what is the significance of the Janma stars? It will give you the self. It indicates the self, what your personality, your health, your general well-being. These are the different nature or signification of the Janma Tara or Janma Nakshatra. This Janma Tara or Janma Nakshatra can be auspicious or sometimes may be inauspicious. If its lord planet is conjunct with a good planet, then it is auspicious. If it is conjunct with a malefic planet, or if it is placed in a trick house, that it is called as the inauspicious impact. So not always auspicious, but sometimes depending on different malefic influences, it becomes inauspicious. Okay, Tara, inauspicious nakshatra. Okay, second category is the Sampad Tara. Sampad means it is sometimes called as the Sampad. Okay, Sampad means it is the wealth star. That means whenever a planet transit at the Sampad Tara, it will give you wealth, or it will give you income boost, or it will give you increase in the property. Okay, so we have the count is the second nakshatra from the Janma Nakshatra, 11th one and 20th one is the wealth star from the Janma Nakshatra. We have to always count from the Janma Nakshatra. If your Janma Nakshatra is Rohini, then the second star will be what? After Rohini, we have Mrigasira. So Mrigasira will be the wealth giving star. Okay, similarly 11th and 20th star you can find out from yourself. Okay, this is a good star. So first Janma Tara is a conditional one. Whatever be the positive or negative influences, it will be based on the Kundli. Okay, after analyzing the Kundli, we will find out Janma Tara whether it will give you a good result or bad result. Okay, secondly, Sampad Tara is highly auspicious for wealth, property, gain and success. So I hope you have understood this. Now let us go to our Bipat Tara. Bipata means it is a danger. Okay, so this is a danger star. So it will give you some obstacles. It indicates dangers, accidents, losses, obstacles and disputes. Whenever a planet transit at this Bipata Tara from your Janma Nakshatra, that is the third star or the 12th star or the 21st star from your Janma Nakshatra, if a planet transit there, then that will indicate that it will give you danger, accident, losses, obstacles and dispute. Okay, so this is highly inauspicious nakshatra. Okay, so caution is advised. So you have to be very much careful about that period. Next we have the fourth type. This is the Kyamatara. This is a good type of nakshatra. So this is a prosperity star. So it will give you the prosperity. So what are the number? So from the Janma Nakshatra you have to count the 4th one, the 13th one and the 22nd one from the Janma Nakshatra. That will give you the prosperity. So what is the meaning of prosperity? It is a auspicious star and it signifies well-being, comfort, security and stability. So these are the good points about this Kyama or prosperity star. Okay, now we have 5th one. This is the inauspicious. Why inauspicious? Because it is the obstacle star. It creates some hindrance and obstacles. So what are the nakshatra number? You have to count from the Janma Nakshatra. The 5th one, the 14th one and the 23rd one. These are the Pratyak or Pratyari star. Sometimes we call it the Pratyari Nakshatra, or in English we call it as the obstacle star. Okay, so what is the nature? So it is the 5th one is the inauspicious. It indicates opposition, hindrance, delay, challenges. Okay, so these are the problems it will create. The planet that transiting in this 5th star from the Janma Nakshatra, that will create opposition or that will indicate opposition, hindrances. Then we have delay in your work and challenges in your work. Okay, so in your whole life you will be having that period with some difficulty. Okay, next the sixth one, this is the highly auspicious. This is a achiever star. Achiever means it will give you some achievement. So this auspicious star, and it is good for or favorable for achievement, success through effort. If you do some hard work, then it will definitely get success. If a planet is ruling your main suppose dasa, antardasa or pratyanta dasa, and if the planet is in the transit also, it is transiting through the your 6th or 15th or 24th nakshatra from the Janma Nakshatra, then it will help you to overcome the difficulties. Okay, next we have the seventh one. Seventh one is the highly inauspicious. Here it is written highly inauspicious. From the Janma Nakshatra, you have to count again the 7th one, 16th one, and the 25th one from the Janma Nakshatra. This is highly inauspicious. So what it represents, it indicates severe harm. Suppose some kind of death-like experiences. Suppose you have undergone a roadside accident, destruction of your suppose business or some kind of your properties. So this kind of destruction means all kind of harm. Okay, severe harm, grave misfortune. So this requires extreme caution. So you have to do some remedial measures to mitigate the inauspicious impact of this Paddhati. Baddha means here this is the slaughter or harmful star. So it is the highly harmful star. So you need not start any work or any business or any auspicious event in your life in this Paddhati. Okay, so this will give you very high misfortune, okay, or grave misfortune. Next we have the eighth one. Eighth one is the Mitra Tara. Mitra means it is the friendly star. Friend means what kind of friend? This one we have different kind of friend. We have a Atimitra as well after this. So let me explain you. This kind of friendly star, whenever you will ask for help, you will get the help. Okay, that means whenever you request someone for help, for your support, for help or cooperation, then what will happen? This star is the auspicious one, and it signifies friendship, support, cooperation, harmonious relationship. So if you want a harmonious relationship, you suppose marry your wife or marry your girlfriend in this transit of Mitra Tara. Okay, so whenever moon transit at this star, you will be getting a very good married life. You will be getting a very good support if you start a business at this friendly star. So what is the friendly star? This is the 8th one from the Janma Nakshatra, 17th one from the Janma Nakshatra, and 26th nakshatra from the Janma Nakshatra if you count. So always I am repeating that from the Janma Nakshatra you have to count. So if you have suppose Aslesha Janma Nakshatra, so that will be different. 8th nakshatra will be different. If you have the Janma Nakshatra, suppose Rohini, from Rohini you have to count. If you have a Magha Janma Nakshatra, from Magha you have to count the 8th, 17th and 26th. So the point to be noted here that this is a Mitra Tara. Mitra means this is a normal friendly star. It will help you, it will support you. Okay, it has some limited kind of help. Next we have the 9th one. This is the highly auspicious, so very friendly star. So what is the very friendly means? Whenever you are in a danger, someone will come by themselves and help you out of the problem. So this is the most auspicious, and it indicates strong support to you, deep friendships, great benefits, and overall positivity. So this is the example of a suppose a great friend or best friend who is always by your side at your problem. You need not to ask for help, he will definitely help you out. He will suppose, or he or she will help you to avoid all the kind of problems. So this is the 9th star from the Janma Nakshatra, 18th from the Janma Nakshatra, 27th star from the Janma Nakshatra. This is the very highly friendly star. Okay, so if you are born in suppose Ashwini Nakshatra, then 27th nakshatra will be Revati. So Revati will be the bestest star. So a person born in a Revati Nakshatra will be very much beneficial for the person born in Ashwini Nakshatra. So in this way we can understand. So calculate the Navatara. This is I have explained here. I have already explained you. This is the method. So you can pause the video and you can try from yourself. Okay, let me go to the next slide. Okay, So from here, application and interpretation now we'll see. So dasha analysis, we use this Navatara Nakshatra Paddhati method for predicting different events. So how a dasha period will give you a fortune or misfortune. Okay, so you can predict easily in a accurate manner. For example, if a planet's dasha is running and that planet in the Vipata Tara Nakshatra, then what will happen? You will face some challenges. You have to expect some challenges, that something is misfortune or something wrong is going to happen, something challenge is going to come in your life. Okay, then we can use for transit analysis as well. First one is the dasha analysis, then we have the transit analysis. The navamsa of transiting planet nakshatra from the Janma Nakshatra, it reveals its immediate impact. Okay, so this is one of the Navatara of the transiting planet nakshatra from the Janma Nakshatra, then it reveals its immediate impact. Okay, in the transit means what is the position of the planets in different stars constellation at present time, you have to see. Crucial for understanding daily and short term influences. Okay, so next we have the muhurta. Suppose electional astrology, we can use this method, this Navatara Paddhati, selecting auspicious times for events, different kind of, suppose events like marriages, starting a business or travel, and avoiding some vipata, pratyak or pratyaritara and badhatara. These three tara you have to avoid during your auspicious events of your life. Okay, so you have to prioritize or you have to prefer Sampat, Khyama, Sadhaka, Mitra or Atimitra Tara. These are highly beneficial stars. So a planet, if you are undergoing a dasha or if you are undergoing a sub period or a sub period, then that planet, if it is in the second line, this one prioritizing Sampat, Khyama, Sadhaka, Mitra or Atimitra Tara, then that planet will give you a very auspicious result. Next we have a prasna or horary astrology. So this Navatara of the nakshatra at the time of the question can provide you immediate insights into the outcome. So what is the importance to the astrologer? Because this video is dedicated to the astrologers who is practicing astrology and needs some accurate predictive technique. For suppose timing of event, specifically this method is used to find out the auspiciousness or inauspiciousness of a different transit or dasha or muhurta system. Okay, so this will help you to refine the prediction. This will help you to use to mitigate the risk factor. Sometimes different kinds of law or rules apply to the same person. Sometimes you are confused which one will happen, then you can use this Navatara Paddhati. Opportunity identifications, pinpoint the favorable times and new ventures or significant actions during the transit in a good nakshatra. Okay, that is avoid 3rd, 5th and 7th nakshatra, and you have to do accordingly. Then we have a holistic view. It integrates seamlessly with other predictive techniques like dasha and gosar, that is the transit, and it will give you a very much perfect result. Next, you can give your client some guidance, and it will empower, this method will empower the astrologers to provide some practical and actionable advice for life planning. So we have a conclusion here. So what we can do, this Navatara Paddhati is a valuable tool for the Vedic astrologer who is serious about his work. Okay, it provides a quick yet profound understanding of the vibrational relationship on a individual chart and ongoing cosmic energies. Ongoing cosmic energy means it is the transit of different planets, okay, in different nakshatras. Then it will help you to master this system. If you master this system, it will enhance the predictive accuracy and offers deeper insights into the life's ebb and flow. Okay, so this will help you in different dimensions. So if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. We will have a discussion there. Okay, I hope you will subscribe to my channel and you will follow my page also, Bhairab.in, BHAIRAB.in. Okay, so you have to put this in your search bar. Okay, thank you so much.